There's a McLaren already trying to overtake in the background. Lights go green, it's race time, and it's Maxime Martin who blasts away into the lead down towards Tarzan. Where's Boguslawski in all of this? He's staying ahead of the Audi, or is he? Yes, he is. Bit of contact for Drudy, but he couldn't find a way through the traffic. And Boguslawski's done a good job there.
He did a good job, but he had contact coming the exit of Tarzan, but consolidates, and that's the start that Boguslawski needed, but he's now being overtaken. And I don't know if that was the 40 or that was Patrese Audi that's got ahead. Certainly one of the Audis has gotten ahead of Boguslawski. Look at that, 32 squeezing the McLaren coming up through Vermeulen directly behind in the 69 Ferrari.
I don't think it was Drudy that got ahead of Boguslawski. I think it was one of the two Boots and VDS cars. So conceivably, Fanatec with a good start. But it's Martin leading from Frank Berg. Callum Williams is third. Vermeulen is fourth. Goethe is fifth. Sixth side by side. Vermeulen and Wirtz. And here is Drudy. And there is Boguslawski. So he has not yet cleared the Mercedes.
No, but that was... I mean, the Audis are all very compacted going into Tarzan, so there is the view that Matteo Drudy has gone on the back of the Mercedes, and see the back moving around the Mercedes. Now Drudy thinks he can get a run, but he's going down. He needs to get ahead of the Mercedes under braking. Can he make it work? The Mercedes has got the, and up the inside. And Drudy's been turned round, I think.
No, it's Boguslawski that's gone round. Timo Boguslawski hit, and he's hit again.
Bodywork now, rear bodywork damage. That car will have to go into the pits. And that's it all over.
But yeah, I think you're right, and I have a horrible feeling that the car that hit him was the silver class Audi of Patrese, which is run by the same team as Drudy's car, and that's going to get all sorts of conspiracy theorists on their toes, isn't it? So disaster for Timo Boguslawski and Raffaele Marciello. In is Boguslawski then, and this now is Matteo Drudy on his way to winning a championship, because the Mercedes is effectively out of the race. It won't be able to come back from that. It will lose a lap at least, and so ahead on points. Now it's going to be an easy drive to the championship, but that I think was the aggressor. There are other cars that have got damage, look, coming down the pit lane.
Yeah, one of the Hondas coming in as well, so that's the Mercedes effectively that's all over. You can see bodywork rubbing where it's ripped the rear, that carbon fibre, and front as well, the right, left front. I mean, is that a tire cut down?
That's it, that's game over.
That's it, the suspension is gone on left front. I mean, what a disappointment. And the radiator, likewise, you can see steam coming off the front of the car. There is the bodywork. Oh, and that's the 99 Patrese. So if you lose that traction, or the car gets thrown sideways, it's going to continue. And there's the contact initially, and there's further contact. And what else? There's a Honda coming through. Well,
the Honda hit the bar, Martin hit Boguslawski, and it was Patrese that was the cause of all of that. So Boguslawski, very, very disappointed. Broken suspension, broken car. He drags it back, but he knows they're out of the race at this point.
I mean, he did nothing to justify or warrant his race ending this way.
So Patrese, all on his own, the bite a bit.
Yeah, and just you can see the marks in the track where he tried to use the throttle to drive the car, or get it to tighten its exit rather than have it running into the gravel, but in the course of doing so, he's now got the car rolling, but is that 1 lap or 2 laps he's now down.
In the background, the voice of the race director, Alain Adon, saying green flag, we're back racing, and over the line they come to complete lap 6, and Maxime Martin has gone, and Callum Williams then in the next of the BMWs comes up on the outside of Frank Bird into Tarzan with 4th Giacomo Altway.
Yeah, so that was a nice start, a good restart, around the outside the 32 BMW trying to get in terms of the McLaren, but also now in itself one of the Boots and Audis getting up on the inside, but no, couldn't quite get the job done. That, I mean, the drone trying to keep up with these cars coming out of the Hoogland-Hulsheppen as Maxime Martin just gallops away up through the dunes. Just in our commentary booth, that's now hammering down on the window of the commentary booth, so it's just come in literally in a heartbeat. There's no warning whatsoever, but the drivers will be being told, as you point out, David, on the radio, be aware, the track is going to be absolutely saturated.
Up the inside goes Goethe on the inside, and he leans on Altway, forces him off the road, but he's wet there as well. So they're struggling for traction, and now the racetrack is completely different, and the bravest now are going to shine. But look how greasy, how treacherous it is, and it's only going to get worse at the end of the pit straight. Although that said, that heavy rain that John was talking about bouncing off our window for the moment has stopped, but Martin now has a track surface, and they're on slick tyres, presumably, going down towards Tarzan, that is completely different from a lap ago.
Well, you can see how wet it is, particularly on the runoff area just beyond the entry into Tarzan. And Maxime Martin, race leaders off, and Frank Bird has taken the lead, and the second place BMW has now become, well, they've swapped positions. So Maxime Martin got caught out. The most experienced driver of the lead three gets caught out at Tarzan. Valentino Rossi getting prepared. We are 3 minutes away from the pit window opening.
We're about to go full course yellow with that Audi in the gravel.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to be fortuitous for everybody because the pace will slow down. It's just looking out of our broadcast window, the rain appears to have stopped, but the racetrack, as you can see, it's not wet, it's that slick, and that's a horrible kind of condition for any kind of tire, where certainly a dry weather slick does not like it, and even a full wet weather tire isn't comfortable on it because it likes water that it can grip and actually give it the performance the tire is designed for.
And away they turn now with the green flag ready to wave, and Riccardo Fella is on his toes.
Yeah, he's going to look to find a way around Valentino Rossi, but good restart by Cruton. He's got a good advantage over second place Rossi. Fella can't do anything with the BMW currently, and looking to get up the inside console lap of line, and he's just about to sneak through. There's Fella again. Just he's been quite rightly not taking a risk, because that was marginally thought if you want to stick your nose up the inside and take the chance. In dry conditions you might do it, but in these conditions think about it and wait until there's a better opportunity.
It's also raining again on our part of the circuit, not heavily, but a bit more rain is falling as Riccardo Fella hustles on behind Valentino Rossi. Big challenge this for Valentino, of course, to try to hang on to the place and in greasy conditions, but he goes wide at turn 7. The Audi ducks up the inside. Rossi sideways, hangs onto it. Good racing, but now Riccardo Fella lines up at turn 8 and goes through, or does he? Because Rossi on the outside line finds a bit of traction. They go toe-to-toe down towards turn 9. Eventually Riccardo Fella goes through, but Valentino Rossi tries to stand his ground on the inside line, but he can't quite do it. So Riccardo Fella up into second place, and an outright race win beckons because the Audi is flying. And in the background, Charles Witts, Dries Van Thor's car, Van Thor at the wheel of it, looking to gain places as well. Riccardo Fella really brave on the outside, finds the traction, drives right round the outside of Nicholas Cruton. Brilliant move.
Yes, really well executed overtake. Took commitment and courage to do that on a tricky part of the racetrack, but went the long way around, got the speed, had more speed going into the corner, and was able to carry it all the way through the exit, and now has taken the lead, and I would assume be able to comfortably pull away from the BMW as these two. We've got all three WRT BMWs now second, third, fourth.
So you're looking from Vantor's point of view. This is where the experience counts, doesn't it? And with respect to Rossi, he doesn't have anything like the experience of others in racing in these conditions. So it's a bit of a step into the unknown, but the car is still there or thereabouts on the back of number 32. So Vantor goes through into third place. Audi from BMW, then Jordan Love fifth. What can he do about Rossi now? And another good battle pack here. And the change for second has happened. Vantor is ahead of Cruton. So the WRT make the switch, and now Vantor sets off in pursuit of the race leader.
Oh, Valentino, what was that all about?
That is about turn 7, and it's dropped in behind Jordan Love, so it's put him into 7th place, 8th place now.
Remember, Valentino had been taking that very long, wide line, and I wonder, is that why he got caught out just at the very exit of the corner?
Let's have a look on board.
There we are coming up into Sky Flock. So he was taking that long way. Yeah, he just runs. He just has got no traction whatsoever, and just hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Gets the car back on track, but in the process loses another position.
Race 2 winners and the champions in Fanatec GT Sprint Cup. Riccardo Fella, Mattia Drudi win at Zandvoort. 2 wins this weekend. The championship is theirs. So a race win for Riccardo Fella and Mattia Drudi from Dries Van Thor and Charles Witts, with Nicholas Cruton and Callan Williams coming home third. Andrea Caldarelli was fourth, with Marco Mappelli, Constant Lapalainen and Giacomo Altway were fifth, and the winning silvers were sixth, Jordan Love and Frank Bird. The winning gold car, of course, was third overall, Nicholas Cruton and Callan Williams. And champions in sprint overall, Riccardo Fella and Mattia Drudi. Gold, Nicholas Cruton and Callan Williams. And Jordan Love is the silver champion at the end of a dramatic race, a dramatic weekend, a dramatic season.
Super happy to be able to share a car whole season with a guy like this. So yeah, tonight we need to celebrate.
There we are, there's the joy and a great title to an excellent effort all year by the drivers of the 40 Treasure Attempto Audi team.